Good day for LEGO Marvel fans, as images of the upcoming modular X-Mansion set have finally been revealed. This set has 10 characters, including that brick-built Sentinel that you can see on the left. I'm loving how this set looks. I'm loving the browny orange colour of the bricks, and I do think that this set was most likely inspired by the new show X-Men 97. This set was spotted at a LEGO store not long ago. This must have accidentally been put out by an employee, as I do not believe that it has actually been released yet. But now, from this being on a shelf, we can tell that LEGO have finished designing them, and they have been manufactured and are being shipped to stores. But I wouldn't expect to see these on shelves, as I believe the release date is on the 10th of November. This set is getting split up by 1.5 base plates, or it can be split up into thirds. I really like how they've done this, and you can also see that it has some side panels on the left that will pop off. You can also see how it can go off layer by layer and column by column. If you look to the left by Bishop, you're able to see a damaged lamppost and also some battle damage from fighting the Sentinel. I do really like this. And if you look at the top, you are actually able to see Magneto, who is being fought by what looks like Gambit, and it looks like Storm maybe as well. I am loving the fact that now we have Gambit. We've never gotten him before, and this figure looks just so good. If you look at Gambit, you're able to see it uses what looks like a new piece to hold out what looks like some cards that he is throwing, and he also comes with his iconic cane weapon. On the balcony, you are able to see Charles Xavier, the head of Xavier's School for Gifted Children, or the X-Mansion. Now, but just behind him, you can see what may be his office, but also when we saw the image of it split up into comments, it also looked like a lab. I like the fact that it will include some parts of this set as a lab, and I think that will make it really good, because of course, if you know by seeing X-Men 97 or the X-Men movies, that actually the actual X-Men headquarters is actually under the school, and of course, if you wanted to connect it to the other Marvel modulars that we have already gotten, it couldn't have an underground bit, because it would have to be level. Two more new figures we are getting. You can see just to the right of Charles Xavier, we are getting Bishop, and it looks like he has a big, I believe that is a new gun piece. And also just below Bishop, we have Jean Grey. I love the look of this. The only Jean Grey minifigure we actually have gotten before is her Phoenix style, and I believe it was a Comic-Con exclusive, so not a lot were made. Some more new characters that we have is Iceman. As you can see, he is right by the hand of the Sentinel, and the hand seems to have him in a chain. I like how they made the Iceman white, but I also would have most likely preferred it maybe if they did a see-through blue, like with the legs of Vision in last year's Marvel modular, which was the Avengers Tower. But I do still think it is pretty good, because I don't think printing would show up that well on a see-through blue minifigure, especially as he's ice. It would have to be blue, so actually that does make sense. As you can see with the giant Sentinel, that is a new build compared to the old one. Just looking back at the images of the LEGO X-Mansion when it's in its different sections, we might actually be able to tell what the different rooms are. Now, if you look in the main entrance room, or the bottom room of the middle column, you're able to see the doorway, but also just at the top you're able to see an elevator. We can tell it's an elevator from the arrows, and they were used in the first Marvel modular we ever got, and that was the Daily Bugle. You can also see this sculpture, so I just assume it is a main entranceway, and instead of a staircase like you see in X-Men 97 and all the X-Men movies, they have an elevator. This kind of makes sense though, because of Charles Xavier and how he is disabled. Now, the room just above it does look like a lab. I will zoom in just to let us see it a bit more. This also may be his office. We are not entirely sure. Now, the room just to the right of that looks like another lab that probably extends next to it as of a doorway as the wall is opened up. So I hope that there is a doorway and then that the rooms connect. Just below it, this looks like it may be a library or a place to study, as it also is a place. It also is a school. Just in that grass pit, just in front of it, there is a grey square just behind the battle damage that actually does say Xavier's School for Gifted Children, and I do like how they added that. Now, we do not get a clear view on the bottom left box, but you can see some battle damage where the sentinel was and what looks like 2 different rooms. So there may be part of the normal room, and then there may be you can just about see some arching where there's a wall in the middle. So, and I'm thinking, by the blast in the wall, maybe this is a vault with like some precious things in it or something. It looks like it might be a vault. That's what I'm getting the feel of. And we're not entirely sure, but I don't know, it's giving me that feel, and yeah, I'm just not entirely sure, but that's what I think it may be from that arch and how it looks like it's separated into 2 different rooms. And just above that, again, we're not entirely sure. It's got some battle damage, but I just had a thought, and maybe these 2 things are rooms because it is a school. It's a boarding school. It might be rooms for children. It might be their character's room, or one of them might be from the show X-Men '97. It might actually be the Suit-Up room. Now, the roofs are pretty flat, as you can see going along, but the middle one does have this like dome, and you can remove the top of the dome. I'm not sure if you can put anything in there, but I doubt it. I'm not sure. There's a special feature for it, maybe. But it is. I just like how you can take the top off the dome. Yeah, that is it mainly for this video. But I just wanted to point out, I really like how we've got lasers on from Cyclops. This is the same Cyclops minifigure from the X-Jet, but he has leg printing, and I'm so glad they gave him leg printing in this, as it just makes it a bit more worth it. I'm curious to see how they actually did do that laser coming out and how it's attached, but it might just be something he's holding as his hand's near it to make it look like it's coming out of his hand, it's coming out his eyes, but also because he has to hold the side of his goggles. Just going a bit up, you can also see that Magneto has the new cape piece used in the Thor and Loki sets that came out in the summer. This is a rubber piece, and it is in a new colour that we've got it for, and that is purple. And also just a bit below it, you can see Sue Storm. She is the same one from the Marvel CMF, but with a different hairpiece, and also you can see her cape bit that attaches to her hands. It looks like it's got some gold or yellow lining on the sides. And that is my video for today. I absolutely love how this looks, and I will be making a lot more content on this, I can tell. I also just wanted to point out, I like how they gave Wolverine a motorcycle, and I hope they give him a hairpiece, just so you can maybe try and make a Logan, because we do see in, I believe, the first X-Men movie, Wolverine does steal Scott's bike. So, yeah, that is it for the video. This set looks absolutely awesome. I can tell I'm going to be making a ton of content on it, and I'm so glad for these new minifigures like Charles Xavier, Gambit, who we have never gotten before, and also the new ones like, I forgot to mention Bishop in new ones, but also the new versions of ones we've gotten. Like, we've gotten Phoenix, but actually we've got a Jean Grey, which is the same person, but just different styles and outfits. And I just really like how this set is and how the minifigures are. I would give this set a 10 out of 10 already. We've not gotten any videos of it built. We've not seen properly the inside, but I can already tell this set is going to be awesome. Yeah, thanks for watching. I hope you have a good day, and it'd mean a lot if you could like and subscribe, because these long videos don't often get many views. So yeah, that would be much appreciated. But I hope you all have a good day, and stay and keep checking my channel for if you want to see some part 2s for the X-Men Mansion.